Hello, animators. Welcome back.
Last week, we made a looping quick run cycle. Today, we are taking it further, making your character actually run across the screen with a movie background for that cinematic feel. If you are new here, I post new tutorial every week. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on our weekly tutorial. In part 1, we created this looping run cycle with 4 key poses and smooth in-betweens. If you miss it, click on the right corner of your screen or check the link in the description. It is the foundation for today's lesson. There are 2 methods to make your character run forward. The first method is to slide the character across the screen, while the second method is to keep your character in one position while you move the background behind the character. So we will try out these 2 methods so you can pick the one that you love and prefer for your project. So guys, we are on Flipaclip. So let's go straight to our RunCycle loop that we made last week. Let's click on the project. So now we have our RunCycle loop. We have our character intact to perform the running action, and also we have our background already being designed. If you want to know more about designing cool backgrounds, creating cool animations, you can actually join my animation class, and by getting access to that, join either my WhatsApp channel or my Telegram channel. The link is in the description. So let's get down with it with the first method. So what are we doing with the first method? We are creating our run cycle by letting our character run in and run out. Basically, our character is going to run across the screen. So let's get down into that and let's make our character run across the screen. So what you're going to do firstly is that you're going to duplicate your character's layer first, because by moving your character from the screen through the screen rather, there are certain parts of the body that might cut off and you might need that particular frame in another frame. So you need to have the full body of the character intact. You get it? So let's duplicate our layer, our character layer. So basically you hold on to it, then you drag it to your left hand side, then you click on this copy sign. Now your layer is duplicated, so you can now perform your across the screen run cycle with one layer. When you need another full body of your character, you go back to your copy distance. So now let's unview it. You don't need it for now. Let's go back to the one that we need. Now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna firstly adjust our background. Basically we are working with the character alone, so let's set our background first to where it's supposed to be. So now let's view the background, and now we have to adjust the background properly. All you need to do is to zoom in the background and adjust it to where you want it to be. Now it's okay. So basically we can remove this red line, which is we used for track on our last tutorial. If you're here to watch that, you can click on the right corner of the screen or check the link in the description. So now, as we have our background in place, now what we need to do is to adjust, now work on our character running from the left hand side of the screen and running out of the screen. So now what we do is that we go back to our character layer, then we move it and shift it step by step. So basically what you do is shift your character frame by frame and after that you copy your background to all the frames. Copy your backgrounds to all the frames. So you go to the second frame now. Now on the characters layer, enable your onion skin so that you see the previous action on the previous frame. Now as you can see, so you adjust your character as well. Go to the third frame, go to the fourth frame, to the fifth frame. So you do that until your character move out of the screen. So let's quickly do that. I believe you already know what we are doing with this first method. So you adjust your character, step by step until your character move out of the screen, doing that frame by frame. Now we need to go to frame 9. So now you see the essence of we duplicating our frame. Now we need this frame 1. We need this frame 1 character at this frame 9. But we don't have the full body here, so what you do, delete this, go to your duplicated frame, see, then you unview so that you can copy what you need. Just copy the character here, you can copy, delete it from there. Basically it's here now. So what you do is you adjust. So you do that step by step until when your character run through the screen. So guys, you have your character running in and out of the screen. As you can see, basically we are done with the first method. Now you can actually make your character to run across the screen smoothly and easy. So now let's get down to the second method. So guys, compared to the first method whereby we move the character and leave the background static, the reverse is the case for the second method. We will only move the background and leave the character running as it is. So now what we do is that we enable our background or import your background as it is. And firstly, let's remove this red line track. Yeah, so now we go to our background layer, then we adjust. Don't forget, as for this second method, we are only moving the background. We don't have business with the character. We don't have business moving the character. So our business majorly is the background, moving the background. So all you need to do is to position your background, position it based on how you want it to be. So once you position your background, you start moving the background as you get to each frame. So as you've adjusted your background, what you will do is that you press this copy sign, ensure that it's still highlighted with the lasso tool, because if let me give you an example. Let's copy this first. If you disable the lasso tool, let's say, as you can see, the lasso tool is still on it, but once you disable it, you won't have the full background anymore. so for you to move around. So once you have your full background and you've adjusted, ensure that you copy it, so that when you get to the second frame, you just paste the full background. As you can see, you have the full background. So what you do is to move slightly to your left hand side opposite the direction where your character is running. So you just adjust, so the speed of how you move your background will complement the speed of your character running. So you copy again, go to the next frame, paste, move the background, copy again, go to the next frame, paste, you move the background. So this is how you go about it until where you get to the end point which you want your character to stop running, or which you want to end your project. So quickly, I'm going to paste through the background and we'll see how the second method actually play out. Then you now decide whether you prefer the first method, whereby you move your character and leave the background static, or you prefer the second method, moving the background. And both methods actually works, depends on what your project is actually about. You get it? So let's get down into it real quick. So guys, here we have it. We have the second method done. Can you say if this character is running in one position or is moving? You can't tell. That's the power of camera movement. Actually, we adopt both method 2 and method 1 in this scene. So let me show you quickly. So starting from this point, we adopt the second method, whereby we move only the background. In this case, we have the background only being moved. Now when you get to this point, you can see the background is now static, whereby we now move the character. So you can adopt both method 1 and method 2 for your character run cycle, in case you want the character to run out of the screen. You can see it's no longer in the scene anymore. So this is the power of camera movement. As you can see, you can basically tell if this character is in one position or is moving. Moreover, the character is in one position, whereby we move only the background. So if you are yet to watch our previous tutorial, whereby we talked about camera movement, how you can make your cartoon cinematic, check the link in the description or click on the right corner of your screen. So we are done with today's tutorial. So once you're cool with your project, all you need to do is to click on the 3 dots and click on make movie, then save your project, click on make movie. Cool guys, in our animation class we had sound effect, footsteps, wind and even crowd noise to bring the animation to life. You can either join my Telegram channel or WhatsApp channel. The link is in the description. And also stay tuned and subscribe here, because next week we are pushing your animation even further. Don't miss it. See you in the next one. This is HB Toonz Academy, your mobile animation channel. Learn, create and enjoy.